Hey everyone, how you doing? It's John Taylor. I'm on my news desk and trading desk today. Today is November 19th, 2025. Do me a favor, give my videos a like and a share. Let's get the word out. Please subscribe to my channel. Thanks. Wow, a lot of news today. We go over geopolitics first. I kind of look with that and let's see, and I look at the economic calendar today. All right, on today we got Philadelphia Fed manufacturing survey is out, housing starts, building permits, U.S. trade deficit, it's a delayed report, and then Fed speak at 2 o'clock, FOMC meeting. So, of course, Nvidia, all the Wall Street, Nvidia's $24 billion AI deal blitz has Wall Street asking questions. So first I look at bar chart. I'll leave the links down below, and I'm not a financial advisor. I have to say that I don't give financial advice. But S&P futures, Nasdaq futures gains with all eyes on Nvidia earnings. At market on close, Nvidia. Quarterly profits slide at Target, hints at challenging holiday season for the retailer. Target, Starbucks. Edmund says small SUV comparison, Chevy Trax versus Volkswagen. So Wall Street takes back some losses from earlier in the week while awaiting Nvidia's profit report. MSCI stock analyst ratings, talking about it. What are Wall Street analyst target price for L3 Harris Technology Company? Do Wall Street analysts like Synopsys stock? That's a question. Are Wall Street analysts bullish on Jacobs Solutions stock? Rivety stock, Wall Street bullish or bearish, and Eastman Chemical stock will climb or sink. So it just kind of, it's around, stock market's going to open in 10 minutes, so let's take a look at it. S&P 500 E-mini futures are up 5 points, Nasdaq's up 39 points, Dow futures flat, the VIX is up, got a little more volatility at 21.80, the Dixie at 99.73, the 10-year, got to follow the 10-year note, and the yield 112-275. The crude oil is bearish type condition at $59, off $1.65. Nat gas 4.72. Gold bullion up $50 approximately at 4,115. Silver up nicely at $51.66. So those are the big news futures. Let's look at stock market actives here. Nvidia, obviously, with earnings. Everyone's looking at earnings. Google's amazing. I've been a Google stock shareholder for years. 𝐂𝐏𝐿. Tesla's active. Micron Technologies. Palantir's active. Johnson & Johnson's active. Google, Alphabet C. Meta Platforms. Target is active with the earnings. Advanced Micro Devices is active, off about 4%. So these are and looking at Welltower, the real estate investment trust. So these are the news stories being reported on bar chart. So let's look at the news on Yahoo Finance. Nvidia's $24 billion AI deal blitz has Wall Street asking questions. Analysts are beginning to question the nature of some of Nvidia's AI investments in its own customers. So I guess this vibe of self-dealing. Nasdaq S&P 500 futures rise on the countdown to Nvidia earnings. Nvidia's off about 3% possibly in pre-market. Larry Summers steps down from OpenAI board over Epstein ties. So, everyone thinks they're going to get transparency to the Epstein list. They're not going to do it. Who's on the Epstein list? The answer is everyone in Washington, D.C. And you people, you're not going to get transparency to it. So don't miss Trump's 2K tariff payout. Here's why. So a lot of news on tariffs. U.S. trade deficit narrows sharply in August as imports slide. Tariff news. Adobe to buy SEMrush for $1.9 billion deal. leak shows U.S. unemployment surge in the past 4 weeks. There's a big battle going on now between humans and AI. So many people are being displaced by their artificial intelligence. So who's going to win the battle? So the way you survive is upskilling. So I'll leave a link down below for one of my books on artificial intelligence. So even if, I'm soon to be 60 years of age and I'm always upskilling. So I've penned an ebook recently on agentic AI and all types of penning ebooks on the artificial intelligence. And so check it out. Lowe's beats on Q3 profit amid consumer pickup. Lowe's is off about 3%. Target. AI jitters raise the stakes for Nvidia earnings again. Everyone. Now, I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm contemplating at MOC, or market on close, doing a spread trade or a collar trade where I purchase just out of the money call and just out of the money put right at the close, and to see if we get some price action on the Nvidia share option. So be talking about that. That's this evening at around 3:50 p.m. I'll be looking to put that trade on possibly. Netherlands hands back control of chip maker Nexperia to Chinese owner. So Modera to complete U.S. mRNA manufacturing network with a $140 million investment. Teva starts startup to help solve global pharmaceutical challenges. It says here, NVIDIA Menlo Micro collaboration speeds up AI chip testing. And, the U.S. tariffs, implementation of lower U.S. tariffs on Switzerland targeting is coming in the coming days. So a lot of news there. S&P 500 slumps, NVIDIA earnings again, Target and Lowe's. So these are the stories here. Everyone, there's a kind of hush all over Wall Street tonight with NVIDIA earnings, AI. So Saudi King was here and doing AI deals and energy deals here. Advanced Micro Devices, Intel, and Taiwan Semiconductor, of course, are bracing for, again, NVIDIA earnings. So it's repetitive, but that's what the narrative is for today. So we'll look at it, and then I kind of go over my trading plan for the day. What stocks do I want to invest in? There's also news on Twitter was reporting, interesting too, where they're talking about this is the best time. The founders of Gemini Exchange were talking about the time to purchase Bitcoin stock shares. And so I'll read the news story here on that. Gemini co-founder Cameron Winklevoss calls Bitcoin dip the last chance below 90,000. So Bitcoin dropped below 90,000 for the first time in 7 months on November 18th, 2025. And fair disclosure, I own stock shares in almost all the companies I'm talking about on my news channel here. And to give it a thumbs up and a like and a share. And you can always support my channel too. You see the QR code there. I have a Patreon account there, so I appreciate it. It helps me increase the content and bring more value to my viewers. Bitcoin dropped below 90,000 from its October peak. It's a 30% dip since 126,000 just in October, amid Federal Reserve uncertainty and post-election profit-taking. Of course, there was a tariff tweet from Trump. Trump's amazing. He's doing an awesome job. Gemini co-founder Cameron Winklevoss posted on X declaring it's the final opportunity to buy at this level, gaining over 8,500 likes and eliciting mixed response from supporters and skeptics. El Salvador added 100 million in Bitcoin to its reserve during the decline, while spot ETFs saw their first major outflows. So I DCA Bitcoin every 2 weeks. I was profitable, and so now I'm unprofitable in my Bitcoin position, and I have to process those emotions too. So with that though, the fear and greed. What I've experienced is I didn't get the forced liquidations like many people have had during, the stock market rout, and then also the Bitcoin dip. So my average position in Bitcoin in one account is 109,000, and now it's at 91,000. And on another account, my average cost basis is approximately 97,000. So I'm off about 7,000 points in my second account, but it keeps on keeping on with the DCA. So I can't wait. We got a couple more days and I'll do another DCA. But I also own, the stock market's going to open here in a few minutes. There, it just opened. S&P 500, looking at it. I'm going to do a little shorter video today. SPY ETF owns Nvidia again, Apple Computer, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Broadcom, Alphabet C, Meta Platforms, Tesla, and Berkshire Hathaway. So Berkshire Hathaway recently made an announcement that they're purchasing shares of Google. So that's exciting news, So let's see how Nvidia is trading this morning, just at the open. I expect Nvidia shares to be very volatile. Nvidia is up today, trading at $184 a share, up about 2%, very active. And we'll look at the option montage and see how the options start rolling in here. So Nvidia, the 52-week low on Nvidia was $86. This is trailing 12 TTM. $86, and the all-time high for the 52 weeks is $212. So, and then also MicroStrategy. I'm looking at starting a position in MicroStrategy. I already own shares in it through an ETF, but I'll continue to DCA it. MicroStrategy was trading right now at the open off about 3%. So let's take a look technically. I don't use the technical analysis, but when I hear news stories that a stock share is off 50% that's been in the news, like strategy, I look at a bar chart. I'll put a link in the video. Let's see, MicroStrategy, MSTR. I'm looking at the shares. It's 100% strong sell now on the bar chart technical opinion rating. So that's usually where if everyone is a buyer of shares, then I tend to be a seller. And if everyone's a seller, then I tend to do the opposite. So now the 52-week low, is about 52-week range is $189. So now MicroStrategy is now 100% downtrend. So everyone's selling. So I'm going to do the opposite. So I'm going to start dollar cost averaging today, not financial advice, but I'm going to start opening a position now that MicroStrategy or strategy has achieved 100% strong sell on the bar chart technical opinion rating. So that's free alpha for you. And not financial advice, I have to say that, but that's how I roll. And let's look at the futures. Long-term futures trends here on commodities, not a commodity trading advisor, informational purposes only. Silver, I'm a seller of silver. I backed the truck up on silver. I own thousands, like I was saying, I have thousands of these minted pure silver bullion coins. And now I'm starting to squeak out a few of them every day on my eBay account. And I have these hyperinflated dollars in silver, platinum, gold, and palladium. So, and high-grade copper there, I own a lot of copper, Dr. Copper. And then the most oversold commodity, and I look at the weighted alpha, is orange juice. So in a perfect world, I would sell my hyperinflated silver bullion and then purchase orange juice, looking at value. I can't store up orange juice. So the precious metals complex for me is shining. And I got my new Bentley hat on. Check this out. Got this from Hallman Motors there in Fort Lauderdale. Trying to sell me a new Bentley. So that's what I have today. MicroStrategy looks oversold technically. Again, time for a coffee break. Silver, platinum, palladium, gold. Now let's look at bar chart again. Amazing. And then let's take a look at what the stock market's doing here. Strategies rolling over at $200 a share. All right, S&P there. The whole market is waiting for Nvidia. And so Nvidia's on deck. Everyone, they're trying to do distractions, the political process, geopolitics, So Nvidia off, the stock shares at one time here recently was as high as $207 on the 29th of October. So let's see what it does. Let's look at the options montage here real quick. Expires in 2 days, so those things are, man. Okay, the calls, just out of the money call, the 185 call on Nvidia is trading at $6.65. And then let's look at the put. Expires in 2 days on the 21st. And then let's look at just out of the money put is $5.85. So, yeah, I might do a collar trade, like I was saying, market on close. And let's look at CNN, see if we can get CNN to work this morning. The internet's been a little slow this morning because of the cold weather. I don't know. CNN is reporting Trump handling of the Epstein files threatens to consume his presidency. Trump defends Saudi crown prince over Khashoggi killing. That's a tough one. Analysts, Trump anti-press outburst hits differently with Saudi prince. Why Trump's plan to sell F-35 jets to Saudi Arabia is controversial. NATO scrambles fighters jets as Russian strikes on western Ukraine. My goodness. And then Trump and Bondi, who triggered the political uproar by pledging to release the Epstein files and then refusing to, are back where they started. Epstein Files Transparency Act. Larry Summers resigns from OpenAI board. Epstein survivors, and it seems like it's like a big distraction with this, but people, they're not going to release the Epstein files. The entire constitutional republic would collapse. Everyone in DC, the entire swamp is on the list. So, you can forget that. It's just a distraction. So that's on CNN. Let's look at Fox News here real quick. I go over the politics every morning on my trading desk, the geopolitics. I look at the left, CNN, and then I look at the right. So Michigan City erupts with activists that slaps Quran with bacon before police arrive. So, man. And then 130 congressional Dems side with trans athletes over women in major SCOTUS cases. Cryptic transmission, newly released government files. Left-wing host makes confession about trans athletes. Military veterans in Congress, Venezuela. And then software stall, major car maker recalling cars due to dangerous glitch in software. White House reportedly rejects Maduro offer as carriers, U.S. Military Navy carriers are moved to the Caribbean. So this is what we have on the politics on the left and the right. Economic calendar is there, and so this is exciting times, to look at this, the geopolitics, the Epstein files, Larry Summers, the tariffs, the de-dollarization event, Nvidia's earnings, all these stocks, Advanced Micro Devices and Intel and Taiwan Semiconductor and China, and looking at Taiwan, the potential invasion of Taiwan. So that's what we have for today. So running about 20 minutes though, but thanks for staying with me. And give the video a like and a share. You can always support me. You'll see down here or over here my Patreon link. It helps keep the channel going. I want to thank for all my new subscribers. Again, it's John Taylor on my news desk and trading desk. And let the Nvidia earnings announcement begin. Thanks, everyone. And remember, I say this every day. I give thanks for my abundant supply now manifested. I have it now. And you people are great. Remember that. And remember to invest in yourself, and be thankful. Every day is a bonus, is a wonderful day. So have a great, awesome day, everyone. Thanks. It's John Taylor signing off on his trading desk. Everyone,